Hello everybody, this is Casey with L337Tech, and today I want to go over the new iteration of Internet Radio. It's our Android version, but this one is a little bit of an improvement over the original Android Internet Radio. So I wanted to make a quick video to go over the features. Now real quickly, for the people that don't know about this app, it's a very powerful, robust Internet Radio app for Android, and it's free. In fact, you probably will not find another free Internet Radio app that is capable of so many features and basically automate Internet Radio for you and integrate it into your daily routines. And because of that, the first thing I want to do is go into the settings. So let's just do that real quick. Preferences. So basically, the first two things you'll see, you'll have your basic play on headphone connect, play on Bluetooth connect. Now this is where a lot of the power comes in. So basically, when you get into your car, you turn on your car, the Bluetooth happens, and your Internet Radio just starts playing the last song that you were, or the last station that you were listening to. So it's very automatic. So basically, it's like the old way of listening to radio in your car, where you just turn on the car and you just hear music. The same thing happens when you integrate Internet Radio by L337Tech into your life. Your songs just start playing. You know, obviously when you put in your headphones, 90% of the time it's because you want to hear music. Therefore, you can click the check mark, and the last station you will listen to will just start playing. That way you don't have to take your phone out of the belt clip or whatever the heck you use. It'll just start playing music. You don't have to mess around with apps. It's very nice. You know, we have the obligatory buffer size choice where you can increase the buffer size. Basically, that's just going to make it more smooth as you transition between cell phone tower to cell phone tower when you're driving. If your buffer size is a little too high, it can take longer for the music to start playing. No big deal. You know, just some basic SHOUTcast search limits and bitrate filters are kind of important. If you know you're in an area of low cell phone quality, you can set some bitrate filters to, let's say, 64 kilobits per second. That way it will show you the stations with lower bit rates that will play better on the worst cell phone towers that you know that you're next to. Now, use custom volumes is kind of unique to this app. Basically, when you can have one for headphones and you can have one for Bluetooth. What it's going to do for you is it's going to go to that volume whenever the auto play feature is called. So if you put in your headphones, it'll automatically go to this 44% volume that I've set up, and you can make that higher or lower depending on the set of headphones that you're using. And when you're listening to Bluetooth, you almost always want that to go full volume so that you can control the volume on your car stereo or the other Bluetooth device that you're using. It's really nice and makes things a lot easier on the user. Just helps automate listening to your stations. Down here at the bottom, you'll see something called exclusive app or media buttons. This is going to allow you to, you know, if your phone's in your pocket and you don't have, play on Bluetooth connect, let's say that's unchecked, so when you get in your car, nothing happens. Well, if you have this checked, you can hit the play button on your car stereo and Internet Radio will start playing stations. It also does forward and reverse for cycling through your favorite stations. Really nice, neat deal if you don't always want to hear your stations when you get into your car. You know, it can also pause and play, so it's very nice. And lastly, custom kind of beta feature that we added, reconnect on network change. Basically what that means is, I've noticed a lot of these phones, when you switch from 3G to 4G, you know, you're driving down the road and you run out of 4G reception and you go into 3G. I've noticed that these phones don't do a real good job of handling the network traffic when you switch towers. So what ends up happening is you're listening to a station and all of a sudden the music stops and it never recovers. Almost all the apps on the app market, that's what happens when you switch from 2G to 3G or 3G to 2G or whatever, or 4G. So I had to build this special feature that basically listens for changes in the network whether you're going from Wi-Fi to 4G, 3G, 2G, whatever, if it changes, it will reestablish a new connection with the station, allowing you to not have to take the phone out of your pocket and, you know, press, you know, pause and then play again to reestablish connection. It makes it more autonomous. So basically what you've seen in the preferences is a lot of autonomy features just to help automate listening to internet radio in your daily life. So I'm going to go to some of the other features. On the main page, you've got 3 basic sections. You have your search section, where you can search SHOUTcast and IceCast, another exclusive to this app. Replay, this is where you're going to find your recently played list and your favorites list. You also have the browse section, which is if you don't really know what you want to search for and you don't really know what you want to listen to, just go to the top stations, see what everybody else is listening to. Alternatively, you can browse by genre. We've done some nice things with the genre list where you can, there's a fast scroller that shows you alphabetically the stations and helps you, you know, go through all the different genres that are available. It's really cool. So basically that's pretty simple. A lot of the apps on the market are kind of like this setup. The real power is that we allow you to search IceCast, which is really cool. Not a whole lot of people can do that. So some of the other features besides you know, just listening, finding music, listening to music, we also have a custom play feature, which you can either you can give it a name for your recently played list and your favorite list, so it'll show up as a name, and then simply put in the server the playlist. I think we do PLS and M3U files, and then press play. That's kind of the manual way of doing it. The easier way of doing it is actually going to the internet, find the station that you want to listen to, simply click on the link, and you'll get a little pop-up that says, you know, do you want to use internet radio to open the station? Say yes. You'll see that it's filled out the correct server the playlist for the station, and it puts a generic name right there. You can change that and call it whatever station you want, and then hit the play button, and it will open the custom station. So what I'm going to do now is just go to the search. I'm going to just show you how this search works. You can just type in, you know, something like blues, or you can type in an artist name, an album, Lady Gaga, Adele, whatever the heck you people listen to. So I'm just going to select the station and wait for it to buffer just to show you how it plays and, you know, grabs the information from the artists and stream status. So there you go. Now, by default, the application just kind of grabs the first server that is in the playlist. But a lot of times you'll find servers kind of get overloaded. A lot of people listen and crowd a server. Playlists have typically a lot of servers that you can choose from. So for this station, Absolute Blues, the way you see all the servers in the playlist, you just long press on the server and it will give you a choice. This station only has 2 servers. Typically there'll be more than that, but I'm just going to go to a different server just to get on a different server away from all the other users. You can see the last one had 149 of 1,000 users. This one only has 139. So I've gotten on to a lighter server. It's probably going to play better. Anyway, that's always an out if you find some kind of buffering problems and things like that. Also, this app is really, the way you navigate is really through the menu system. So you'll see your main things are down here, your favorites, recently played, SHOUTcast search, now playing, etc., etc. But that's kind of how most of the navigation is done. So that's basically all I wanted to go over with you today. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. This is Casey with L337Tech.